What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OG GM, coming to you mostly live on a beautiful spring morning here at Site B on April 19th, 2023, about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I've got some good news for you. Chris Perkins is alive. Well, his clone is. I am still under the bizarre impression that the Chris Perkins we see today is not the same Chris Perkins we saw all those years hosting Acquisitions Incorporated. He has been completely different. Either, he's just suffered a major crisis of faith and has gotten to the point where, look, it's my job and I'll just do what I have to do. But yeah, so they rolled Chris Perkins out of whatever vat they're keeping him in to talk about the new Dungeon Master's Guide for 40 minutes. Because Wizards of the Coast employees are completely incapable of giving us information in small, bite-sized, easy-to-digest content. Instead, they have to spend 40 minutes or longer telling us about 2 minutes worth of information. And the information good old Chris has given us is what we can maybe expect from the 2024 Dungeon Master's Guide, should it ever actually come to fruition. And Chris Perkins made it very clear at the very beginning that, one, it'll be way more user-friendly than the previous Dungeon Master's Guide, the 5e Dungeon Master's Guide. 2, most people aren't going to like it. Well, at least you're honest, Chris. And 3, this is not a new edition. This is not a new Dungeon Master's Guide. It's just, what were his words? Hold on. Let's see. What did he say? It's not, it's just, it's a revision. This is 5th edition. It's not anything else. It's polishing 5e, not replacing it. So if this isn't a replacement, Chris, why do I need to buy this since you've already made it clear? 1, most people won't like it. 2, they understand that the previous DM's guide wasn't very popular. But yes, okay, so let's break it down as best we can so you don't have to. 1 is surprisingly 8 chapters. We don't know the actual size yet, but Chapter 1 will be basic concepts. Chapter 2 will be advice and common issues and safety tools. Chapter 3 will be the actual rules. Chapter 4 will be adventure building. Nice, because it's something Wizards of the Coast has never actually done. Chapter 5 is campaign building. Again, nice, because, at no point in time during 5e have they ever actually released a book telling you how to design adventures or campaign. Chapter 6 will be cosmology, which I don't need, because this is supposed to be system agnostic. Oh, wait, no, it's not, because it's supposed to be based in Planescape. So is this going to be the Forgotten Realms cosmology? Is this going to be just the general, this is a smattering of gods from different religions? Probably one of the things the game really doesn't need is cosmology, because I can just frickin' look that up. Chapter 7 will be the most beloved magic items, which is, the real reason everybody gets Dungeon Master's Guide. Anyways, Chapter 8 will be a surprise, maybe a brand new Appendix N, maybe a brand new random dungeon generator of the previous fame of the Appendix N, and then there will be maps and a lore glossary in the appendix. So there will be an Appendix N, but it'll be maps and lore. Steve, leave it out alone. So there you go. That's what we to expect. Let's see. So here we go. It is going to be more user-friendly than the previous dungeon ones. He has once again said this is 5th edition. This is not a new edition. This is not 6th edition. It's not 5.5. It's not 5.1. It's not 1D&D. All it is they're polishing up 5e. They realize that throughout the past 8 years, they made a lot of mistakes. So they're re-releasing Player's Handbook, Monster Manual, Dungeon Master's Guide to address all those mistakes and fix all the potholes that they left behind in their wake. Because, those other books that they made over the past 8 years don't matter. We fixed everything in Tasha's. That doesn't matter. We fixed everything in Xanthor's. That doesn't matter. We're fixing more stuff in the Deck of Many Things in Bigsby book. That doesn't matter. We fixed things in that Dragon book. That doesn't matter. We fixed things in Monsters of the Multiverse. But no, none of that matters, because we realize we need to polish all our mistakes that we made in the past, and we're going to do that with the new Player's Handbook, the new Dungeon Master's Guide, and the new Monster Manual. Mindly, this isn't new, it's just polishing. Was there probably an easier, cheaper way for us to do this? Yes, but since we've also already admitted that no, it is not, in fact, backwards compatible. In fact, Chris Perkins, you specifically said the last time they rolled you out that we will have to buy the new one. If I have to buy the new one, it's not backwards compatible. It's a brand new edition. Otherwise, I already have everything I need because you've already made the books to fix the mistakes you made. That was the whole point of Tasha's and Xanther's and the others. We made mistakes. Here's the books to fix them. And they already say that Chris Perkins has also said he expects that most people won't like it because most people didn't like the previous DM's guide. Okay. He says, yes, we have organized previous books like crap, so this one will be a lot easier to follow, especially if people are coming to D&D for the first time after watching Honor Amongst Thieves. Mind you, nobody is coming to play D&D after watching Honor Amongst Thieves and going, damn, that movie really wanted me to play this game I've never played before in my life. No, not a single person. In fact, sad to tell you, Honor Amongst Thieves is looking to be a $100 million bust. $100 million bust. Which means it is going to... Paramount is going to be, at the end of this, $100 million in the hole after everything's said and done because of the lack of money. So a whole bunch of people are going to come to play D&D after seeing Honor Amongst Thieves, and it's going to be a franchise starter, and it's going to save Wizards of the Coast. Oh God, yes, holy golly, Gygax G. Yeah, that's not happening. So it's nice that you've made a book that nobody ever really used easier to navigate. So chapter 1 will be how does this game works? How to create campaign worlds. Chapter 2 will address basic and common issues that come up in play, like DM Vice, what to do with players missing games, how to make DMing less threatening, how to use D&D as therapy, safety tools, all those other things that they've already been talking about for the past 8 years for free, and in Tasha's and Xanther's and in multiple articles. Well, now you can spend $80 to get everything again, because remember, it's backwards compatible. It's not a new edition, therefore you need to buy this. Chapter 3 will be the rules. Everything that isn't in the Player's Handbook in a single alphabetized chapter. Are there rules that are going to be not in the Player's Handbook that are going to be in this? Like what? How about an example? Like alternate rules for damage, critical hits, poisons, I don't know, because you haven't finished playtesting the Player's Handbook, so we don't know what the rules are yet. Oh, that's right. The playtest has been temporarily discontinued since January because of the OGL, but we can expect at least anywhere between 1 and 3 playtests between now and the end of 2023. April's pretty much over. I mean, we got another week. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 months to finish, Chris. 8 months to finish, Jeremy. 8 months to finish, Kyle. 8 months to finish a product that has had 4 playtests and is marred down with not 1 controversial event, not 2 controversial events, not 3 controversial events, but 4. 1 controversial disaster per month in the year of our Lord 2023. Not a good post to sail our ship by for 2024 D&D. In case you're one of the 5 people in the world who actually buy the DM's Guide. Because let's face it, of all the 5e books, who did anybody buy the... I never bought it. I don't know anybody who did. 1, everything in there was I already knew or was free on the internet. 2, the only thing anybody really uses from the DM's Guide is the magic items. Chapter 4 will be adventure building and will include adventure examples and some arcane library and stuff like that, So how to design adventures. Chapter 5 will tell you how to design a campaign and will include a simple campaign. Fandelver Why do I then, if this is going to include a sample campaign, why do I need to buy the Phandelver book if you're just going to repeat it again in 2024? You already have a sample campaign. You're making a whole book about it in 2023. Why not just make that the core world for 2024? Phandelver. Chapter 6 is cosmology. Why do we need this? 1, this is information that is free on the internet. 2, each source book should have the cosmology appropriate to that source book. I don't need 20 pages in the DM's guide contributed to the various religions, both fictional and real, throughout the world. Usually because A, it's going to insult somebody, B, you get it wrong, and C, the Asian-themed cosmology should be in the Asian-themed book. The Greek-themed cosmology should be in the Greek-themed source book. The Forgotten Realms cosmology should be in the Forgotten Realms book, etc., etc., etc. This is just a waste of space. Chapter 7, Magic Items. Including magic items from Xanthars and all the other books you already have, as well as filling some of the gaps with new magic items. You know, things that have already appeared in modules and stuff like that. We're just going to update them to the not 6E rules and reprint them. There might even be some new original ones, maybe taken from Magic the Gathering. I don't know. But it's going to be magic items, which is the main reason everybody gets the DM's guide anyways. Chapter 8 will be a surprise. Safety tools, information on future products, waste of space, art, list of recommended books, maybe a random dungeon generator like the classic DM's guide. I don't know. And then the appendix will include a map and a glossary of lore, as well as NPCs and locations. So it's going to be specific to a world. What? The Forgotten Realms? It's also going to come with a poster map of what? I guess the Forgotten Realms? Is Ed letting them use the realms again? It doesn't feel like it. Ed has been really critical of Wizards of the Coast lately. So, I don't know. But I guess, they still technically own the Forgotten Realms, or at least a small chunk of it. So, who knows? Maybe they'll set, we're going back to Eberron as the campaign world. Maybe we're going back to a brand new world as a campaign world. Maybe we've got the rights to get Greyhawk. No, wait, we don't, because there's currently an actual lawsuit going on about the rights to... So, yeah, no, it probably just, I don't know. It'll be the campaign poster map for the world that the whole Vecna thing is taking place in 2024. The only vaguely exciting news coming out of the multi-part press disaster that has been 2023 so far is Vecna's back. Not that he was ever gone, but Vecna's back. Not that he's ever gone. And in case you didn't realize it, he's the bad guy responsible for the mysterious obelisks that have been appearing in every Wizards of the Coast adventure that they never have bothered to explain, but they've been there. Well, in case you were the one person who missed the obvious clues, it's Vecna. And so apparently he's going to be the major bad guy that's going to issue in the 2024 new D&D, even though it's not new D&D. Which means if it's 100% backwards compatible and it's not new, why do I need to buy it? I already have everything I need. All I need is new adventures, because everything you've already listed, I can probably find for free online. Or you're going to put in D&D Beyond anyways, so I have to pay twice. So, do we really need a DM's guide, or we just need a smaller book of a complication of collection? That was the word I was looking for. Sorry, collection of all the magic items from 2014 till today. That's probably everybody really wants. And then maybe some rules on, here's how to build an adventure, here's how to build a campaign, and here's how to run the stuff that you may not understand because we didn't explain it in Player's Handbook. And that's probably what people really want out of a Dungeon Master's Guide. I don't need fluff. I don't need philosophy. I don't need safety tools and therapy. I need a instruction manual, how to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to build an adventure, run an adventure, begin and end an adventure, and communicate correctly with my players. Everything else is either already out there, or you should have enough faith in me that I can do it myself. All I need the DM's guide to do is to clarify in a small, understandable chunks of information, rules, combat, saving throws, adventure building, and the magic items, which are already out there, right? So, yeah, again, we need DM screens, not DM guides. Do I need a map? No. Do I need cosmology? No. Do I need a sample campaign? I shouldn't have to because you already have one. Do I need a how to DM guide? Yes, I definitely need a how to DM guide. I definitely need a how to create adventure guide. I definitely need a how to build campaign guide. What I don't need is 20 pages of feel good, emotional, safety tools, inclusion, philosophy, therapy. Okay, that's not what should be the DM's guide. The DM's guide is the manual to program the VCR. And I definitely don't need 60 pages of extra art. But that's okay, because it's not a new edition. So therefore, in closing, I don't need this. Except, of course, the last time you were interviewed, Chris Perkins, you made it very clear that it's not backwards compatible and you will need to buy the new stuff. So please, pick a lane, Chris. I know it's very hard for you. I know you are stuck between a rock and a hard place. It is obvious in your face. It is obvious in how you have changed physically and the way you present yourself in the past couple of years. You can just see the frustration. You can just see how hard it is for him sometimes. You know, this is a guy who is just like, I love my job. I love the hobby. I have to do this because this is my job, but God, I don't want to. Why am I the always one that has to be thrown on the grenade to fix the mistakes that Jeremy and Kyle made? So he's smiling and he's excited, but you can see it. You can see it in his face that he does not want to be there. And that's why he slips in things like, we know you're not going to be happy with it. We know, you're still going to have to buy the new things even though he slips in hints. And if you look at all his interviews of the last couple of years, he slips in hints. So we know somewhere in that clone is the original Chris Perkins programming. But that's enough about me talking about Chris Perkins. And hopefully this is all I will have to say about the new DM's guide until they give us more information about the new DM's guide. But remember, it's 5th edition. It's all this is. We're polishing it. We're not replacing it. It's 100% completely backwards compatible. You don't need to buy this because everything in it we've already done. This just a collection of stuff. Except, of course, you do need to buy it because it is completely 100% different than... Yeah. I assume your brain hurts by now because Lord knows mine does. But if you appreciate the fact that I do this for you, take a moment out of your time to subscribe to the OGGM Adventures if you haven't yet. And if you want to show your appreciation, head on over to Big Geek Emporium while you still can and pick up my merch. All 11 issues of Minions on a Missions plus 3 adventures. All for $2 each, exclusively on Big Geek Emporium for now. Sign up for my Patreon, also $4.99 a month, guarantees you at least 2 products a month, plus Patreon exclusive products as soon as I figure out how that works, and a plethora of other things that are exclusive to me and to you. It's only $4.99 a month, and going forward is probably the best way to get any of my product. Maybe. I don't know. I need to go outside and cleanse my palate because whenever I read Wizards of the Coast news, that's something I need to do now to remain sane. Once again, I throw myself on the Wizard of the Coast grenade for you so you don't have to. Please take a moment to show your appreciation for these sacrifices I make for you by liking, sharing, and subscribing, and having a great day. I will talk to you later, nerds. Get off my land.